Hello, crypto boys and ghouls, and welcome back to the channel, Tales from the Cryptmancer, where we feature content on play and earn games on the blockchain, such as Splinterlands. In today's video, I wanted to share a clip from a recent Twitch live stream where we talked about the topic of sealed mode or arena draft mode as it pertains to not just Splinterlands, but kind of how it is being currently implemented elsewhere in the Web3 environment right now. And we talked about this topic, had a really good discussion talking about what it would mean for Splinterlands, the company, from a revenue perspective, what it would mean for players, both new, returning, and those that are here right now, and also what it would mean for skill in the game, what it would mean for the ability to not have bots interfere with this game mode. It was a really interesting discussion, and I think it's definitely worth listening to, and definitely I think it's an idea of a game mode that hopefully comes to Splinterlands in the near future. So without further ado, let's hop into this clip, and until next time, keep stacking those stats. So I wanted to spend some time here talking about one thing that I think Splinterlands needs in the game. Ideally, before the end of this year would be nice. It all depends, I guess, on land. But and it has to do with news in the Web3 space that I think is relevant. So we're going to talk about it here because you got to be aware of what other players in Web3 are doing and where they're seeing success or where they're seeing challenges or issues, because you can learn from that. And what I want to talk about today is I believe that Splinterlands needs what we've been talking about as arena draft mode for I guess over a year now, and it hasn't yet seen the light of day. And what we see here is in the Web3 space, there's another game out there, a card game, that has released sealed mode on September 14th. So it was 3 days ago into their game. It's a brand new game mode. It's fully production, fully working, fully tested. And as you can see here, only the skilled dare enter. And what this mode is, and it's been talked about as arena draft mode in Splinterlands terms, it's the ability to take the pay to win aspect out of Splinterlands in the ranked battle mode and implement a mode that any new player has as good a chance to win as a veteran OG player that has a max champion wild deck, right? So I want to share with you some of the press release articles talking about what sealed mode means in other Web3 ecosystems and why I think it could be very beneficial to get this into Splinterlands, this year or as soon as possible, basically. So here's the press release here for sealed mode. This is marketing that was done. It's pretty easy to understand. Basically, you build your deck from scratch with a pool of randomized cards from 3 domains. Domains are like summoners in Splinterlands here. No existing collection is needed. You battle your opponents in a gauntlet run based purely on strategy and skill, receiving more rewards after every win. And you can win card and cosmetic pack rewards exclusive to sealed mode, including cards, special trinkets, and a one-of-a-kind card back. And you can see here, the more wins, the more you get rewards. 0 wins, 1 win, 2, 3, 4, all the way up to 7 wins, where you max out your rewards. Right? Play now. So it's a very simple message, right? To bring players in or get returning players or, cater to your existing player base. And this is live in other Web3 games right now. The reason why I want to talk about it is because this structure is pretty polished, right? And what is sealed mode in this particular environment? You basically get a random 3 summoners to choose from, and then you basically rip open, in this case, 12 packs of cards, and you're able to select a deck to play with out of those 12 packs of cards. So let's say you open 12 packs, it's 60 cards. You're gonna be able to choose, let's say, 20 of those 60 to add to your deck, which you're then gonna use to do battles or play games with against other opponents that are doing the exact same thing. The way they've engineered it is of the total cards that you're able to select from, there's 12 to 20 that are random from each element or splinter, 4 of which are spells. The rest are random neutral cards. 12 are 3 mana and below. At least 3 cards are 6 mana. At least 3 cards are 7 mana. 8 and 9 mana cards are not force offered. They're just randomly put in there if they appear. The cards are pulled from these packs of sets, and you don't keep the cards; they go away, right, after you do your run. So they're just soulbound temporary cards. And basically, what you do is when you win in the system, you can win card packs, you can win tokens, crypto tokens, and you can win cosmetic soulbound rewards only available in this game mode. And the cost is 15 of this cryptocurrency for this game, which is basically $2.47 in current token value. So basically, to play this game mode, you have to pay basically $2.47. And you may win back more than that. You may not win back your entry fee. In either case, the company makes money because the rewards they're giving out are less than the amount that they're taking in for the fee. But as a player, there's still a chance for you to earn rewards because of the graduating scale of winning. So again, let's go to this part of it here. Again, you get a random choice of 3 summoners. It'll vary every time you do a sealed deck tournament. You'll get 60 random cards to choose to build the cards that you're going to use in the games. You're not going to use all 60. You're going to have to choose what your basically your monsters look like to be able to use. And then you compete a run of games. You get a guaranteed 3 games. If you lose all 3 of your first games, you're done. And you just cash out your prizes at that tier level. You play until you either get 3 losses or you get 7 wins, whichever comes first, right? And you're playing on skill, not playing on the cards that you own or rent. And as you earn, you get more rewards. So 0 wins, basically if you go in, you lose all your games, you just, stink up the joint. Well, for your $2.47 entry fee, you get a common card pack of the current set. Right, so worst case scenario, you just pay $2.47 for a common card pack. Let's say you win 1 game, right, and you're $2.47. They give you 2 card packs, common card packs. They give you 0.75, let's say SPS in this case, out of your 15 SPS entry fee. And then they give you some flux here, which is essentially the equivalent of like vouchers, perhaps, right? Now, in 2 wins, you get 2 rare card packs, you get 1.5 cryptocurrency tokens out of the 15 you entered, plus you get some more like voucher type, soulbound type of stuff here. Basically, you need to get to 4 wins to get 3 rare packs, half your entry fee back, plus some in-game currency, plus a cosmetic pack that you can only get in the sealed draft mode. So basically, these cosmetics are used in the game. They're like skins, they're soulbound, and they look like this. They're basically cosmetics for your game board, and these are desirable depending on which faction you want to use, which summoner you want to use, and they're only available in this mode, right? So that's an interesting reward. You got to basically play this mode to get those packs to be able to win those soulbound kits. And then you can see here, once you get 5 wins out of your run, you get all your money back. So you could play again for free. You get 2 epic packs. You get this in-game currency, and you get a cosmetic pack. So really, what you want to ideally do is ideally get to 5 wins. You free roll your next, sealed game mode. You get 2 packs out of it. You get some soulbound currency, and you get a cosmetic pack. And then if you get 7 wins, again, you're getting 2 legendary packs. Again, packs are different in this game. You get more tokens than you put into the entry fee. you get a bunch of in-game currency, and you get 3 cosmetics packs. So there's incentive to do well, to keep playing and keep entering. Now remember, the creator of this game gets $15 or $2.47 times at least, you know, per player, like to pay out at the top run 7 players, right? So that's like, I don't know what, I don't know, $20 roughly in revenue that can happen anytime. It just automatically runs. And they're making money, you know, they're giving away packs in this case, and they're giving a rebate on some of the tokens, but they're coming out net positive because they're including soulbound rewards in these 2 columns to give value to the players. And some players are going to lose, not get their full value back, but they might come back and keep playing, right, to get better. So there's a game loop here that continually pushes revenue to the company. It gives a new game mode for players to progress in the game by earning packs and trying to get their money back and earn some money at the same time. And it gives cosmetics that are desirable as well. So the reason why I'm explaining this is because I think Splinterlands would really benefit from a game mode adopted that's similar in concept to this arena draft mode, because it provides a new revenue stream for the company that the players aren't going to be upset about, right? If you give them this game mode, players aren't going to say, oh no, I have to pay to play this game mode, because they'll be like, no, I want to play this game mode. I want to get soulbound skins. You know, I want to be able to perhaps earn some money playing this game based on skill. You know, I want to be able to earn a chance to earn packs to progress my ranked battle deck. It has all of the game loops to bring players in and say, this is what I want more of it. Like what Aggie has talked about at Splinterfest, do you want more or less? Players are going to want to play more of this. They're going to want to put their $2.50 in, they're going to play, they're going to get their rewards, and they're going to play again. Maybe they free roll the next game, or maybe they have to pay. But in either case, they're going to want to keep playing and keep getting game modes in here, because you're not playing against a bot. You're playing with random cards that you're choosing based on your skill, your preferences against other players. It beats bots. Bots can't readily, bot this out because you don't know which cards you're going to get, or which cards your opponent's going to have, or which summoners you're going to have available to you. It's all random every single time you do the game mode. It's based on skill. It's not based on pay to win. It just has all the elements of a great game mode that would be fun to play, that would be rewarding. This is exciting, and this is why I think Splinterlands should get Arena Draft Mode on the roadmap and get it released as soon as possible, because it's just going to do a lot of good for the company and for the players. In a game like ours, where card ownership is so big, do we really want a mode where a new guy can win as easy? Yeah, you want new players, right? You want to bring new players in to be able to get them into the ranked mode as well, into tournaments, into brawls. This is how you do it. You don't have a mode, like you need to have differing game modes for different players to play and enjoy. Since I've been in Splinterlands over 2 years now, no new game modes have come into play. When I came into the game, there was ranked battles, there was tournaments, and there was brawls. Guess what? 2 years later, more than 2 years later, there's ranked battles, tournaments, and brawls. Nothing has changed. The only thing that's changed are the cards that are available for me to play, right? So a new game mode is desperately needed, in my opinion. It uses the same core mechanics, basically. It'd be like running a tournament in Splinterlands, except you'd have limited summoners or cards that you could play in the tournament to choose from. Everything else remains the same. Are people using it? Any numbers? Gods always has been a joke to you? I mean, I don't have numbers specifically, but I can tell you that the community feedback that I've seen from Gods Unchained has been very positive. But I don't have any numbers to you. Steve is saying for him, you would say that this kind of mode is a bit more luck than just skill. I don't know, because you have to choose from the random 60 cards that you get. You have to choose a team that works together. You have to know the cards, and you have to play non-optimized teams against another player that's playing non-optimized teams. Archmage tried a couple of runs of the new sealed mode. It really brings something new to the game, was quite enjoyable. Definitely something like that could be a possibility for Splinterlands 2. Simple revenue model for Company 2. Okay. Virus is asking, how do I see it working with how few cards we would get in a pack? Again, the cards are temporarily, right? Basically, they would come from beta, Untamed, Dice, all the modern sets would be available to be selected. You'd use them for the game run and then they would go away, but you would be able to win, for example, a new Rebellion pack as a result of it. So you're using existing cards. And you would probably play it at, I mean, I don't know how Splinterlands would adopt it. They would, the ideal way would be to play it at max level cards. So basically, you play it at the highest level in the game, so everyone could play with all the abilities, ideally. Because that would encourage people that want to play with, like, the Lord of Darkness with Enrage and Shield and Retaliate, to be able to, not just buy one BCX of it, but try and buy a max level copy and play at the highest levels of the game. It's kind of like getting a taste of the card, like in a Ghost Mode tournament. But it goes away and you say, oh man, that card was fantastic, it won me that sealed mode, won me 7 games in sealed mode. I gotta go get that from my ranked deck and do the same thing in ranked. So again, ideally I could see it being such where when you get out, like when our Lord of Darkness is available for your arena deck draft, you choose them, it's at max level. Same with all of your opponent's cards are at max level, so you get to play with all the abilities. Just in that game mode, right? You don't, ranked mode stays the same, tournaments stay the same, brawls stay the same, your own cards stay the same. Basically, all it does is give you a taste of how the game plays at the best levels of the game, which is the highest levels in my opinion. And it gives you the chance to, again, to, win a little bit of SPS, play with, skill, because everyone gets, random cards that they have to select and make work. And it gives you a chance to basically, instead of buying a pack off the market, maybe you pay a little bit more, do a sealed deck tournament and try and win a pack through the sealed deck structure, right? Steve gets that, but random 60 cards. If I get Llama and Quora or Jotun and good archers or so on, you don't have to bet. You have to be that good to win. Yeah, I mean, they can make it so that the only summoners you get, maybe, when they release sealed deck, are only Chaos Legion rare summoners, maybe. Maybe they don't give you legendary summoners in sealed deck. I don't know. And again, maybe they only let you choose from, maybe you only get to choose out of your 60 cards. Maybe there's like 4 legendaries randomly thrown in there. You could get like a River Hellendale. You could get maybe Oshur, and you could get Epona. You just get maybe, who knows what you get. You can get a 1-mana legendary. You can get, what's his name? Aguna? Whatever that Reach fire monster guy is that no one ever uses. A Ganja or whatever. I don't know. That could be your legendary pull for your sealed deck, and you're kind of like going, what the hell? How am I going to use this guy? So Steve, also a mode that gives out packs is hard to have because in theory we're in 8-9 month on card packs, 3 months off. We're not on that cycle right now, Steve. That's what they've said they want to be on, but we're not on that cycle. But yeah, I mean, again, the rewards could be whatever Splinterlands wants it to be. They don't have to give away packs. They could give away skins. They could give away portion of the SPS entry fee. They could, reduce the vouchers going out on nodes and transfer the vouchers into sealed deck rewards. They could do tons of things. They can make soulbound reward cards that are only earnable in sealed deck mode instead of packs. I mean, they could do tons of things. They could do, like, every quarter a promo card that they develop for sealed deck mode that you can only earn from sealed deck mode for winning 7. You only earn a BCX of it by winning 7 games in sealed deck mode, for example. So they could do so many different things. Like, you don't have to replicate what this company did to make it successful in Splinterlands. The point is this is a good game mode, and it should make its way to Splinterlands ASAP if we want to attract new players and have existing players happy. My opinion only. No, everyone gets a random 60 out of the Gods Unchained version, but Splinterlands can do whatever they want with it. Again, you can adjust it to whatever you think is fair. If you're creating a selection of 30 cards you get to play in a tournament out of 60 random, again, I think you would have to try it, Steve, to understand it. But it's like, do you ever play Magic the Gathering, Steve, with draft modes? There's a strategy with opening packs and selecting cards to make a deck work. You have to know, like, the mana curves. You have to know the style of cards that you want to try and get. And just could be, you get a bum choice and you just kind of have to take a bad card. So I wouldn't knock it until you tried it, basically. You can say that there's a lot of problems with it and it's not a good thing, but until you try it, I would probably say let's try it before you say it's terrible and not going to work. In Hearthstone, getting that legendary card was part of the randomness of the tournament for the similar format, but you may not have built out your deck to use it at that point you pick it. Yep, that's very true, Virus. Yeah, pack to get in is interesting, I guess, but then when in theory packs are off market, games will drop. Okay. If you want to say these modes take skill and not luck, then the random cards have to been the same for each. Well, I mean, there's always some randomness in it. The skill comes into how you craft your draft deck and how you use it. There's always RNG in the game itself as well. So, I guess it's depending on what you call skill. It's definitely more skillful than ranked battles is today. And it's not easily bottable. So I think those are positive things. Yeah, Virus is saying the skillful will profit. First to third have to win 6 out of 7 out of 10 games played, not win every one. Yeah, so basically the cream rises to the top. Basically, the way the rewards work, you only have 3 losses and you're out. So those that can win, like in a tournament, can win more and get the better lineups and the better matchups, are going to win more in a sealed deck mode. They're going to get better rewards, and that's going to reward skill over time. So I don't know. I think it's a good thing to encourage. I think it would be very exciting. Just my opinion. But yeah, I mean, again, my opinion is mine and mine alone. I mean, obviously, it's not a correct opinion. It's just an opinion. So. But I think it's something we should look at. I think it would be good to get in. I know Weirdbeard's talked about it. I know it's on his kind of sites to do sooner rather than later. I just hope it's a priority for Splinterlands to do something like this. No one's asking for guild mail. I don't think I've used in-game mail as a guild leader once, but I would certainly use this. So, let's chop. Let's get working on it. Archmage is saying it's very skill-based in GU because you need to plan God power synergies, play mostly mid-range. There's no Sanctum, which lowers RNG. Turn-based TCG, so it's quite balanced and skill-based. But you can see Steve's point. Splinterlands being auto-battler and some cards are OP, it would require some decent game design to make it work. Sure. Yeah, you can't just, lift and shift and take exactly what another company's done and drop it in your game and have it work exactly as intended. There's going to be some design, there's going to be some tweaking, but the concept as a core, as just a generic concept, is something that we should hopefully see, come to the game soon. I think it would be good.